Yes, everybody, Russ the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well, my friends. So, a few hours to kick off, as we always do. Just before kickoff, we present our predicted 11, and basically, we're going to be totally wrong. I think today's one of those games where we don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be some big selections. Obviously, we've got the euphoria of Thursday night getting into the Europa Conference League final. Also, yesterday with the Everton result, that makes us mathematically safe as well. Also, potentially, it could be a lot of players' last game for West Ham at the London Stadium, i.e., Declan Rice, and maybe a few people who are out of contract as well. So, I think it's going to be a good atmosphere today. I think it's going to be a bit of a party atmosphere. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, hopefully we'll do the lap of appreciation as well after the game, and yeah, then obviously after that, then we've got nothing until next Sunday, and obviously then we've got a big game the following Wednesday. So yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Anyway, let's do our predicted 11. I think let's go for the easy ones, right? In goal, Fabianski. Ariel was in goal, on Thursday. Fabianski will be in goal tonight, to later on today. Simples. Now, obviously, for me, he's not going to do anything silly formation wise. He's going back four, I'd imagine. With a known Moyes, he'll probably play two up front with Ings and Mbama. Anyway, regardless of that, I'm going for my 4-2-3-1, my trusty 4-3-2-1. Right hand side. Now, he's back from injury. I was surprised he didn't get any game time on Thursday. And obviously, he went with Tilo Kira instead. But I think he starts with Sufal. I think he does. Sufal gets a nod for me. I think for him, it's an opportunity to get some minutes under his belt and stake a claim for Europe for a final place, particularly at his home ground, or his previous home ground. So for me, Vlad is in. Alongside him, I think he's going to bring in Oggy. So I'm going to put Naif in there. I don't think Zuma is going to be it's going to be picked. He looked like he was. I think he may well be rested, or he may go completely full strength. We just don't know with Moisey, do we? We just don't know. But I think Naif comes in alongside Ogbonna. I think it's going to be a similar type of team you probably see playing next Sunday as well for the Leicester game. I think Emerson comes in for Cress as well. I think that back four is sort of our, with the exception of maybe Sufal, is our pretty much our not second string because Naif's in the first string as well. But you know what I mean. He may well not play Naif and put in Tilo, but I think Tilo with Bonner is a bit too much for a risk, in my opinion. But we've got nothing. This is it. You know, we don't have to get anything out of the game for our Premiership survival. It's sorted now, so it's really is foot off the pedal a little bit in terms of the Premier League. But for a lot of these players, if they put a couple of good performances in, who's to say that Emerson doesn't start instead of Cresswell against Fiorentina? Could do. You never know. You never know. Midfield, I think he rests. I think he rests Souček. I think Flynn comes in. And I think alongside, I think we'll see Deck play as well. As I said, what could be his last game at West Ham, at the West Ham shirt. Maybe if he goes to Bayern Munich, it might be the last game in the Premier League. Who knows? It might not be. It might not be. He might come. We might win the Europa Conference League, and he thinks I'm going to give it one more year. But you know, 75% I think he's out the door, but you never know. There's always a chance. There's always a chance with Declan Rice. Now, in terms of 10, I think he rests Paqueta. And this is going to be a really interesting thing, what happens over the next two games, because you want to rest them so they're 100%, but you don't want them to be rusty either. So I could see Paqueta getting 25 minutes, half an hour, maybe not today, maybe the Leicester game, maybe, or, because you don't want them rusty, do you? When the times we play Fiorentina, in essence, we don't play that game for another 2 weeks, basically. So it's going to be interesting to see how they manage that side, because he'll have the 11 he wants, which is obviously our first 11, so to speak, and how he sort of keeps the fitness levels up as well. It's going to be quite interesting. So I think he gets not dropped, but I think he gets put to the bench. And then I think that Mr. Lanzini plays. Again, probably the last time we see Lanzini in a West Ham shirt as well. So, you know, I'm not saying this has got a bit of a testimonial feel to it, but it does a little bit, sort of end of season type thing, because it really is at the moment, because we've got nothing to play for in the Premier League, maybe up a place or so. Moyes will still want to get the win, but it's not as intensive as it would have been if, say, Everton. I mean, if Everton had picked up the win, we would have had to, because Leicester doesn't play until Monday, we would have had to make sure that we didn't get beat against Leeds to make sure that we stay up. That was what we've had to do. Now, in terms of wingers, I think Cornet gets a start. His first start at London Stadium for a while, if not his first start ever, baby. At London Stadium, that is. He's obviously played away and definitely started away, but I don't think maybe in the early, maybe I can't remember, to be honest. It's been such a long season, let's be honest, particularly with the World Cup break in the middle. And then on the left hand side, he plays Fornals, and Fornals gets the most amazing introduction when Martin announces him. And that's going to be lovely to see. And he's going to love that. And we're going to love that too. And I'm going to try not to cry, I promise you. Up front, Danny Ings. Potentially, just throwing it in there, he may start with Mbama. Almost as to Sonny Perkins. That's what I would do. Because obviously Sonny Perkins, obviously playing Leeds. He's obviously left West Ham to play for Leeds, to play first team football. Hasn't really played a lot of games, and I'd almost like a fuck you, and I'll play Obama. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to put Obama. But anyway, I'll put in since I've done the graphic. But I'm going to start with Obama. I think it's right. Maybe even instead of actually, that'd be quite cool. Maybe instead of Downs, put Freddie Potts in. He won't do, but you've got an opportunity now to give maybe a couple of guys a Premier League debut, which again is we like to see as a fan base as well. So, but we don't want to go into this game and get absolute. And it also it's about momentum as well. You don't want to lose the game, and you don't. And if you, I don't think we'll lose the game, but you don't want to have if we did lose, you do want to lose like 5-6-0, because actually it's about momentum. So it's about making sure, we two good performances, Leeds and Leicester. I think a combination. I think you'll see all 5 subs being used. Maybe a couple at half time to give the likes of maybe Paqueta 45 minutes just to keep those legs ticking over. Maybe it's going to be really interesting how that's managed. But that's what my 11 is going to be. It's a shot in the dark. I'll be honest, it's a shot in the dark. He could go full strength, but I don't think he will, because obviously Thursday and Sunday, and they flew back Thursday night, but they might want to play in front of a West Ham crowd, having just qualified for our first European final since the mid 70s. So we don't know, do we? We just don't know. But anyway, make sure you watch the watch along with Anton and see how close we are. In the comments, let me know what you think is your starting 11. I'm going with that. I'm going with that. And if you like what we do, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. There's been a massive spike in subscribers. Thank you so much in the last sort of 72 hours. I think it might be something to do with my crying, I'll be honest. But thank you very much. I don't cry every night, every episode, I promise you. But it's the first time, maybe once I think the other time I did, and that was it on stream, so to speak. But anyway, if you're new in there, give a like, give a comment, give a share, give a subscribe. Go and watch Holly's 10 things you need to know about the Leeds game, which we put up this morning. And it's a joint Anton for the watch along, and probably Irish Tommy. No, Irish Tommy's got to work. Anton for the watch along, and I'll try and jump on at the end and do our little review show live from the stadium. Also, I went and did the early show, the match day morning, which came out about, I can't remember what time I got there, about 9 o'clock. So keep an eye on that as well. So, and that's it, my friends. Take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my friends. We're in the Premier League next year, regardless of what happens today and next Sunday. And obviously, we've got the Europa Conference League final to look forward to on the 7th of June. Much love. Bye-bye.